Night in Kowloon was a blur of neon and rain, a city alive with restless energy and secrets lurking beneath every shimmering surface. The relentless downpour painted the streets in liquid color, each puddle reflecting 1,000 stories, each droplet carrying whispers of the city's hidden heart. The city's colors bled into the darkness, neon pinks and electric blues dissolving into the black, as if the very soul of Kowloon was leaking out into the night. Shadows stretched long and deep, swallowing alleys and corners, blurring the line between what was seen and what was imagined. The air was thick with the scent of sizzling street food, the tang of exhaust, and the ever-present tension that clung to every passerby. Vendors called out their wares, steam rising in ghostly tendrils, while the crowd moved with a nervous urgency. Here, the city never truly slept. It only shifted, trading one set of dangers for another as the night deepened. In these narrow alleys, justice was little more than a rumor, a commodity to be bought and sold by those with the power to enforce their own rules. Deals were struck in the shadows, money and loyalty changing hands in silence, while the law looked the other way. Gangs ruled these streets, carving up the city block by block, their influence felt in every fearful glance and hurried step. The innocent paid the price, caught in the crossfire of turf wars and vendettas, their lives shaped by forces they could barely comprehend. Yet even in the deepest shadows, hope flickered, a fragile light that refused to be snuffed out. Among the oppressed, a legend was whispered, a story passed from one desperate soul to another, that somewhere in the city, a protector watched over them. They called him the Black Eagle, a shadow among shadows, a force for justice in a city that had forgotten the meaning of the word. His presence was felt more than seen, a rumor that gave courage to the downtrodden and fear to the wicked. Bruce, an outsider posing as an electronics expert, moved through the city with careful eyes. He saw the fear etched into faces, the corruption that seeped into every transaction, and he knew he could not stand by. Beneath his unassuming exterior, he carried a resolve forged in hardship and a skill honed in secret. Tonight he walked the streets not as a technician but as a guardian. Each step was a silent promise to those who suffered, a vow to confront the darkness that threatened to consume the city he had come to care for. His calm was a mask, hiding the storm of determination within. His purpose was clear, to restore balance to a wounded city, to stand against the tide of violence and greed, and to remind Kowloon that hope was not yet lost. A storm was coming, both in the sky and in the streets below, and at its heart, standing tall against the darkness, would be Bruce, the Black Eagle, ready to fight for the soul of Kowloon. Bruce lived by a simple code, a code that shaped every action, every decision, and every moment of his life. In a city where darkness crept through every alley and fear lingered in every shadow, Bruce stood as a silent guardian. He believed that true strength was not measured by how much power one could wield, but by how much one could protect those who had none. True strength, he knew, protects, not destroys. It is the hand that lifts others up, not the fist that strikes them down. Bruce's presence was a quiet reassurance to the vulnerable, a living promise that someone still cared. His martial arts were a shield for the defenseless, not a weapon for the powerful. Every move he made was calculated to defend, to shield, to stand between danger and the innocent. He trained not for glory, but for the hope that his skills could make a difference. Disguised as a humble technician, Bruce moved through the city's bustling markets and shadowy corners, listening to the stories of those crushed by gangs. He heard the whispered fears of shopkeepers, the silent pleas of children, and the quiet despair of families who had lost hope. Each act of kindness, stopping a robbery, defending a vendor, or simply offering a reassuring word, fueled his legend. The city began to whisper about the mysterious protector who appeared when hope seemed lost. He never sought praise or recognition. The hope in the eyes of the oppressed was his only reward. For Bruce, a grateful smile or a look of relief was worth more than any medal or headline. The Black Eagle became a symbol, a reminder that one person acting with courage and honor could make a difference. His legend grew with every story told in hushed tones, every mural painted in his likeness, and every life he touched. Bruce's honor was his armor, making him a threat to men like Master Lo, the city's most feared crime lord. Where others bowed to power and corruption, Bruce stood tall, unwavering in his convictions. He could not be bought or intimidated, and that made him dangerous. No amount of money, no threat of violence could sway his resolve. His integrity was unbreakable, a fortress that no criminal could breach. The city's criminal could not understand a man driven by justice, not greed. They whispered in confusion and fear, unable to predict his next move, unsettled by his unwavering sense of right and wrong. That made Bruce unpredictable and unstoppable. Alone, he walked the city's lonely streets, a silent force for good, proving that even in the darkest places, honor could still shine like a beacon. Master Lo ruled from a penthouse fortress, his power built on fear, not respect. Paranoia was his constant companion, every shadow threatened betrayal. The Black Eagle's defiance was a challenge Lo could not ignore. He ordered his men to unmask and destroy this vigilante, desperate to prove his dominance. Even his daughter Yi Yi was kept locked away, a prisoner of his own fears. Lo's love was possessive, his protection, a gilded cage. He hired Bruce to upgrade his security, but watched him with suspicion. There was something unsettling about Bruce's calm intensity. Lo sensed a threat beneath the surface, a defiance he couldn't control. The seed of suspicion grew. Was this quiet technician the Black Eagle? Lo's empire trembled, built on secrets and fear. Yi Yi's world was luxury, but it felt like a prison. She longed for freedom, for truth beyond her father's stories. Watching Bruce work, she was drawn to his quiet strength. She asked about the city, and Bruce spoke honestly, of struggle, beauty, and resilience. Sensing her restlessness, Bruce taught her a simple martial arts form, a dance of discipline and grace. In that moment, a bond formed, not romance, but understanding. Yi Yi felt empowered, her spirit awakened. She began to question, to seek the truth behind right and wrong. Through Bruce, she glimpsed a path beyond her cage. Master Lo's rivals saw the Black Eagle as a weapon to be bought. One night, Bruce was cornered by Feng, a rival gang leader, who offered him wealth and power to join their cause. Feng believed every man had a price. Bruce listened, then calmly refused. His honor was not for sale. He fought for the people, not for gangs or money. Insulted, Feng ordered his men to attack. Bruce dispatched them swiftly, leaving the money untouched. His message was clear: principles, not profit, guided his fists. The city's underworld learned that night, the Black Eagle could not be bought. Bruce walked away, his resolve unshaken. Master Lo, consumed by paranoia, set a trap to expose a traitor among his men. He staged a fake money convoy, confiding the route to his most trusted, including Wei. Bruce, sensing danger, intervened to protect innocent drivers. In the woods, the convoy was ambushed, not by rivals, but by Lo's own elite guards. Wei Lo's right hand led the betrayal, seeking to seize power. Lo watched in horror as his empire turned against him. As Wei's men prepared to kill the drivers, the Black Eagle struck. Bruce dismantled the ambushers with precision, saving the innocents. He fought not for Lo, but for justice. The city's rot was exposed. The real threat was within. Lo's fear had created his own downfall. The Black Eagle's intervention changed everything. Yi Yi secretly followed her father that night, driven by suspicion and Bruce's words. Hidden in the woods, she witnessed Wei's betrayal and the violence of her father's world. The truth shattered her illusions. Her father was no protector, but a tyrant. She saw Bruce fight not for power, but to save lives. In that moment, she understood the difference between strength and cruelty. Yi Yi stepped from the shadows, her resolve hardened. She chose to reject her father's legacy and stand with Bruce. Her loyalty shifted from family lies to the truth. She was no longer a prisoner, but an ally in the fight for justice. The city's future would be shaped by her choice. The city buzzed with electricity as news of betrayal and the Black Eagle's heroics spread like wildfire. Headlines screamed of shattered alliances and the fall of a once untouchable empire. Master Lo, who had ruled the underworld with an iron fist, now found his power crumbling beneath the weight of truth. The people whispered in the streets, hope flickering in their eyes for the first time in years. Lo, desperate and furious, retreated to his penthouse fortress high above the city. The neon lights below seemed to mock him as he paced, his mind racing with thoughts of revenge. Every shadow in the room felt like a threat, every distant siren a reminder of his slipping control. He vowed to reclaim what he had lost, to make those who betrayed him pay dearly. Meanwhile, Bruce, with Yi Yi's unwavering support, prepared for the final confrontation. They trained together in silence, their movements sharp and purposeful. This was not a quest for vengeance, or unmarinenden barcrines, or motrobendins. A mission to end the cycle of violence that had plagued Kowloon for generations. They studied Lo's patterns, mapped out his stronghold, and steeled themselves for what was to come. The night of reckoning arrived. Bruce entered Lowe's lair, the air thick with tension. A room full of armed men awaited him, their faces hardened by years of loyalty and fear. But Bruce walked forward, undeterred, his resolve shining brighter than the neon lights outside. The battle erupted in a blur of motion. Bruce moved with a grace and precision that left his opponents stunned. Every strike was measured, every dodge calculated. He fought not with anger but with purpose, his skill and clarity outmatching the brute force of Lowe's men. The room echoed with the sounds of combat, but Bruce's focus never wavered. From the shadows, Yi watched, her heart swelling with pride. She saw not just a fighter, but a man transformed by his commitment to justice. Each move Bruce made was a testament to the strength of his convictions and the hope he carried for a better future. One by one, Lowe's henchmen fell, until at last, only Lowe remained. The once mighty kingpin stood alone, surrounded by the wreckage of his empire and the silence of defeat. The room, once filled with threats and violence, now echoed with the possibility of change. Bruce stepped forward, his voice steady and clear. "Your empire was built on fear," he declared, his words cutting through the darkness. "But true power is in what you protect, not what you destroy." The message hung in the air, undeniable and final. The final showdown was not of fists, but of ideals. In that tense silence, Lowe realized that his reign had ended not with a violent coup, but with the exposure of his own emptiness. The power he clung to was nothing but an illusion, shattered by the courage of one man. Lowe's illusion of strength crumbled before Bruce's unwavering resolve. For the first time, the Dragon of Kowloon appeared vulnerable, stripped of his armor of fear and intimidation. Bruce had won, not by violence, but by exposing the hollowness of Lowe's rule. The chains that had bound the city for so long were finally broken, and a new sense of freedom filled the air. The city's dragon had roared its last. The neon dragon sign that once blazed over Kowloon flickered and went dark, a symbol of an era ending. As dawn broke over Kowloon, the city awoke to a new day. People walked the streets with renewed energy and hope, their burdens lighter. The shadow of the dragon had lifted, and in its place, a brighter future began to take shape. With Lowe's fall, a new spirit rose in Kowloon. The people, inspired by the Black Eagle, found their courage. Yi, no longer a prisoner, vowed to rebuild her community with hope, not fear. She searched for Bruce, but he had already vanished. On a quiet pier, Bruce looked back at the city. His work was done. He sought no glory, only balance and justice. The fight for what's right was endless, and he would walk that path wherever needed. The Black Eagle was gone, but his legacy remained. True strength he had shown was found in courage and honor. And so, Bruce continued his journey, a solitary warrior, guided by his heart.